Hi! Today, unfortunately, we're going to talk about death. We're going to talk about self-protection. We're going to talk about ignorance. And we're going to talk about dreams. I'd like to welcome all the old delinquents, as well as all the new. My name's Sarge, and this is the gray area.
Humans are such easy prey.
This isn't funny anymore!
Alright, delinquents. Here it is. Death. Nobody wants to fucking talk about it. But you know that dog that I was talking about that just lays on the bed and he's getting fucking old and I'm going to miss him when he's gone? His name was fucking Pike. He died. We had to put him down. It was on my Instagram story for the gray area, but I didn't actually show the actual euthanasia or whatever, but we had to schedule it because there was a cancer thing, so we cut the mass out, but apparently there was another tumor, and that one started bleeding, so that one got aggravated, so he was anemic, and then blah, blah, blah. Long story short, we had to schedule his euthanasia, whatever. But he felt no pain. There was zero pain. The last 2 days we had him, he was just like, you and I, just fucking laying under a tree, just tired. That's it. Eating chicken tenders and steak. I mean, it's a good way to go. I'm tired. I just want to nap all day and eat chicken nuggets. So I got him before I even met my wife. So 2005, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. My best friend Royals in the Army lived in Myrtle Beach once upon a time. So we went down there and we visited, and his cousins had a litter of puppies, and it was a boxer Rottweiler mix, Boxweilers, Boxerots, and they're like, you could have the pick of the litter. I was like, really? They're like, yeah, except for that one. You can't have that one. I was like, that's the pick of the litter. You said pick of the litter, so I'm thinking, whatever, cool. You're like, fine. I don't get to have that one. But that one, with the upside down horseshoe on his chest, the big idiot looking derpy one, that one. I want that one. So he stayed with the mom for another 4 weeks, and then we went back down there, picked him up and brought him. And then I discharged out of the military 3 months after that. So drove back home, and I've had him ever since. From 2005 February to June 11th. That just passed. We put him down. And it was fucking sad. And it was, I don't know. It's crazy. You got those people out there. They're like, I want the puppy phase. I don't want the medical bills, but I want the puppy phase while they're really healthy and they're the peak of their lives. And when they start deteriorating, it's like, I'm just going to throw them in a shelter. I can't watch them die slowly. I can't watch them deteriorate. I love them too much. Do you? You stupid fucks. It's a commitment, okay? You get them from the beginning, and you're with them till the end. They give you all the love that they could possibly give anything. The only animal on the planet that loves you more than they love themselves is a fucking dog. Cats give zero fucks, but I mean, there's love there. I mean, I have cats too, but I mean, you gotta commit. You don't give them up. You don't put them up for sale. You don't try to breed the shit out of them until they fucking die. You get them when they're a puppy. They love you unconditionally. You love them unconditionally. And when they're fucking old, you take care of them and do what needs to be done. You don't fucking abandon them in their time of need. You know what I mean? So, I'm glad I had the moment. It went by quick. It was 14 years. The vet said, what kind of dog is he? I was like, he's a boxer. He's like, oh, he shouldn't have lived, past 8 years. And I was like, well, he's also a Rottweiler. He's like, well, he shouldn't have lived, past 10 years then, average. And I was like, well, he was 14. And that's a fucking hell of a run for a dog. So I'm not going to go out right away and be like, you know what? I need to replace my puppy. I miss him so much. Such a good boy. And he was. And I won't forget him. And I'm sitting here doing the podcast, and my kids and my wife, they painted his paws, painted them and put it on paper, and that's hanging right over my microphone. Ooh, man, I get a little emotional. It's okay. This is how life is. I don't want to hide it. Oh, the combat vet has tears. Yeah. I told you this a while ago. I told you I was going to be a wreck when this happened. And we already lost a dog like 2 years ago. His name was Zeus. This was worse. This was harder. But it's worth it. I wouldn't trade it for fucking anything. I honestly think spending $1,200 on the fucking cancer surgery to cut out like that mass actually bought us the time to say goodbye, because I think if we didn't do that, and it was like $1,200, which is, it's up there for surgery, but love is love, right? So they cut it out, and I think that bought us time to say goodbye, because if we didn't cut it out, it would have ruptured because it was growing daily, and it could have been catastrophic and painful and a quick death. No thanks. I'd like to lay out in the sun and take naps and eat chicken nuggets. So, death is a bitch, and so is life. But as long as the good outweighs the bad in the end, that's all that matters. A dog is the only thing on earth that loves you more than he loves himself. And I can't wait to have more. But I don't think anyone's ever going to fill the paw prints of my first dog. So I might get his little paw tattooed on my shoulder. Kind of like I got you, bro. I'm always here. In spirit or something. Or just in a tattoo. But whatever. Death is a tricky bitch. Nobody wants to talk about it. Like, ever. Everybody fucking hates death. But it's important to learn as you're growing up. There are people that say, oh, I'm allergic to dogs. My mom played that fucking game with me when I was a kid. I was like, no, bitch, you don't want the fucking responsibility of having a dog, even though I would have gladly taken care of a dog. I have grown up to adopt, 5 children, have one of my own, have 4 dogs, 4 chickens, a fucking Komodo dragon. Not a Komodo dragon, but an iguana, multiple fish tanks. I have a snapping turtle. I had 2 ferrets, and now I got 2 cats, too. And they're all happy. And we all live in our little shack. It's not a shack, but it's a house. But we're all happy, and it was completely fucking worth it. So to all those people that don't have any fucking pets, I suggest you get one. I don't give a fuck if it's a goldfish or a beta, okay? Something that you could have responsibility for, having responsibility over that other being, soul, and making them fucking happy. It's important. It's a life lesson. You need to know these things, especially if you have kids. You can teach them responsibilities and cleaning up after the animal or feeding the animal if it's like a beta, and you really don't have to do much maintenance. What everyone needs to know, bottom line, is until one has loved an animal, a part of one's soul remains unawakened. You're not yourself. You think you're maxed out and you're in the top tier and you're your best self and you're living your best dreams, but if you have never had an animal or cared for an animal or even loved an animal, part of yourself is dormant and you need to wake that shit up because it's totally fucking worth it. I promise you. And I don't want to hear the excuses of, yeah, but it's going to get sick or it's going to die one day or what do I have to do if this happens? You have to be there. Death is inevitable. It's going to happen. Death is a challenge, okay? It tells us not to waste time. It tells us to tell each other right now that we fucking love each other, whether it's a fucking animal or a fucking human being. Do you not become friends with someone because they're going to die one day? No. So that fucking reasoning is stupid as to why you don't want to get an animal. Whether it's an animal, a fish, a plant, a human being, your mom, your dad, your son, your daughter, cousins, I don't give a fuck. Death is inevitable. It is coming for you. It's always there. Death is the sound of thunder at a picnic. You're sitting there, you're living your life, but in the distance, it's coming. It's coming. Is it coming fast? Is it coming slow? How fast is that storm approaching? So live your life while you can. Don't worry about death. That's always going to show up when it wants to. But for all of you pansthetic people out there, those really scared, dormant, dormouse, fucking, what a fucking hermiting people that just, want to be their own person and not try to care about anything in the fucking world besides themselves. I understand your reasoning. I understand why you don't want to open up and let your feelings out and show emotion or actually have feelings for an animal or a plant or a fucking another human being. I get it. I understand why you don't want to do it. Because, I mean, really, how terrible is it to love something that death could touch? It sucks. It's fucking horrible. You're sitting there, you're like, oh my God, I love this thing. And then once you realize that you love something, you know it's going to die. And it's probably going to die before you do. And that sucks. And that fucking sucks. But it's worth it. Because, I mean, life hurts a lot more than death. Life hurts a lot more than death. Death is just lights out. They're done. They're happy. They're in whatever place you want them to be in. Life is trials and tribulations and pain and emotion and experiencing death that's not yours. Life hurts a lot more than death does. Death is fucking peace, okay? Don't let that be like your inspiration and your motivation to off yourself if you're slightly depressed, okay? Don't do that shit. But death is fucking peace. Death is the period at the end of a sentence. It's over. Death is it. But life and experiencing death of someone you love makes you a better person. It humbles you. Life hurts, especially when you experience death, because you have to remember. And remembering sucks. But again, it's fucking worth it. Because when you die, they won't remember your car or your fucking house. They'll remember who you were. And you need to be a good human, not a good materialist. Okay? Have a good soul. Be open. Take care of one another. Give help to those that need it. Fucking foster an animal if you don't want to fucking have an animal. Adopt an animal. Contribute. Donate. Find something to contribute to in life besides yourself. And that'll make you a better person. Moving forward. From here on out, on every podcast that I do, I want 4 main topics that I will reintroduce and revisit every single episode. Those 4 are my what off? What in the actual fuck? I will have a random thought. I will do a today in history. And of course, I will do the dirty dad joke. So here is one of my newest topics. Today in history. I got a little help on the intro. So ready? Here we go.
Today in history.
Today in history. I'm going to go off of June 16th because this is pretty much when I started doing this whole fucking podcast, and it's, Father's Day, and this is the day I'm going to go with. I know you guys are hearing this on the 17th, 18th, 19th. Maybe you're listening to this like years down the road. But today in history, June 16th, 1858, accepting the Illinois Republican Party's nomination for the U.S. Senate, Abraham Lincoln, and the slavery issue had to be resolved, declaring a house divided against itself cannot stand. Now, this is one of his biggest fucking speeches, so I find this awkward and slightly ironic then on the day that I want to do today in history. It's, Father's Day, yeah, but it's also the day that, Abraham Lincoln gave his greatest fucking speech, pretty much declaring that if you guys want slaves and we don't want slaves, it's not going to fucking work out. When Abraham Lincoln said a house divided against itself cannot stand, he wasn't talking about like the kind of political divisions we see today. Americans may differ sharply on issues like immigration and abortion, but there is no single issue in 2019 that geographically and economically divides the fucking country the same way that slavery did in like the 1850s. Back then, the U.S. was so fucking divided that many feared it would break out in civil war. A fear that Lincoln unwittingly, stoked the fire to. This speech, the House Divided speech that we've heard, House Divided cannot stand, we've heard this all over the place. That line, which is drawn from like the Bible, was actually part of the campaign speech he delivered at the 1858 Illinois Republican State Convention. Okay, Lincoln, then relatively unknown politician, had just won the nomination to run for U.S. Senate against one of the most important politicians in the country, Stephen A. Douglas. All right. Long story short, okay, in general, Democrats were the party of the slaveholding South, and Republicans were the party of the free North that opposed slavery's expansion. They didn't want it up there. Yet Republicans were too concerned about Lincoln's race because they thought Senator Douglas, a Democrat, might be open to working with them against expanding slavery in general. So Douglas had been seeking a middle ground between the North and South, sometimes some way of compromising on the slavery issue. He wanted landowners to choose whether or not they wanted slaves or not. It was their choice, right? But in his House Divided speech, Lincoln countered that the Dred Scott decision the previous year had already opened the doors for slavery to be legal in the North, as well as all territories that the U.S. expanded into. If the U.S. wanted to be a free country, he argued, it had to act now before it was too late. It cannot be divided. It could not be divided. So he was known as, Lincoln was known to say, no, there is no compromise. You've got to be on one side or the other. In effect, he's saying, I'm on the side of freedom, and Douglas is on the side of slavery. So, hello, Civil War. That's pretty much what happened later on down the road. So, that's a pretty important speech. So Lincoln said this, and I quote, "A house divided against itself cannot stand. I believe this government cannot endure permanently half slave and half free. I do not expect the Union to be dissolved. I do not expect the house to fall, but I do expect that it will cease to be divided. It will become all one thing or all the other." And that was in 1858. The Civil War, the United States Civil War, didn't even start till 1861. So that was what fucking turned the fire on under the pot, pretty much. But also, okay, on a lighter note that didn't involve fucking hundreds of thousands of brothers killing themselves, in 1910, the first Father's Day is celebrated in Spokane, Washington. So, happy Father's Day, happy belated Father's Day, or whenever you're listening to this. It could be fucking Christmas, because it's a podcast and that's how it works. So that was Today in History. Now, I got a special treat for you, because you heard the intro. You heard my son get on there and be like, Today in History. Yeah. I'm going to give you the full audio of how fucking complicated that was to get. And it was complicated. So you guys are in for a treat. Ready? Let's begin. Today in history. Say it.
A day in history.
Today in history.
A day in history.
Today in history.
Today in history.
All right, one more time. Today in history.
Alright, a day of history. You said it.
No. Say today in history.
A day in history.
Not a day in history. Today in history.
That's a good one.
No, it's
a
not.
Day in history.
No, today in history.
A day in history.
Today.
In
history.
In history.
No, but today in history.
Today in history.
Oh, good. Now do it one more time, just by itself. Today in history.
Today in history.
Okay, do it one more time.
Today in history.
All right, say bye.
Bye.
Aww, right? Does that just make your ovaries just explode? Like, is your uterus just throbbing right now for saying vacancy? The dude's a trick. This little man is like my pride and joy. Holy Christ. He's awesome. So, have children, ladies and gentlemen. Because for some reason, women aren't popping out babies anymore because they want to be fucking independent and shit and be their own woman. I don't need no man. No, I'm just kidding. You do you, ladies. It's your choice to do whatever the fuck you want. But we need to be having more babies. And side note, I'm going off on a fucking tangent because that's what the fuck I do. It wouldn't be one of my podcasts if I didn't go off on a tangent. For all you dumb motherfuckers, I've talked about this before. Oh, I want to adopt. First of all, adoption is expensive. And if you're a same-sex couple, it's fucking hard. And adoption, you're sitting in the back of a line. Newsflash, motherfuckers. Listen, I got this for you. You don't have to go through adoption in America, and you definitely shouldn't fucking be adopting from foreign countries, because guess what? We have, newsflash, ready? We have homeless kids here. We have children in the foster care system under DCFS in many states, actually all the states, that have no home, that have no parents. So, be their parents. Okay, moving forward. Self-protection. Protection for yourself. And I'm not talking like guns and fucking artillery rounds and knives and switchblades and nunchucks. However, I would like to see a motherfucker that tries to step to a dude and he breaks out fucking nunchucks. Because that would be great just to watch. I'd help if it was like, not fair, but if a guy broke out fucking nunchucks and went Michelangelo on somebody, that'd be great. But, okay. All right, self-protection. All right. Now, lots of people have like close-knit friends, right? Small circles. People that they trust. A lot of criminals do this. And people that have been hurt before, or people that are really self-conscious, or where it takes a lot to get to that point, they get to their inner circle. A lot of their inner circle is like pretty much family. But there are some few friends. And I understand the reasoning for it because, I'm the same way a little bit. Fuck what you heard. I keep my circle fucking small, but I keep my wall high. So if you get past my wall, welcome to the fucking circle. All right? People protect themselves against the unwanted shit of the outside world. Like, I don't play games. I'll treat you the same way you treat me. Be careful not to underestimate me. And these people are, looking out for themselves, and they don't want to take any fucking shit. Like, my heart is big, and I fucking love hard. I love over-the-top hard, but I don't give a fuck harder. So, if I let you in, I love you. If you hurt me, I'm going to wreck your whole world. That's pretty much what it is. Life is too fucking short to fucking hold grudges. I don't hold grudges. You just become absolutely fucking irrelevant. All right? That's what self-protection is all about. You have your chance. You have opportunities. You have, ways to get over the wall or go through the wall or become part of the inner circle. But if you fuck it up, I don't even care. I'm not going to hold grudges. I don't hate you. You just disappear. You cease to exist in my world. And that's important to, know. You could have friends, but once they fuck up ridiculously, just cut them out completely. Don't live with the guilt. Don't be like, I wonder what they're doing. I wonder, if they're thinking about me. That shit will tear you out from the fucking inside out, and you don't want that. It's just like a fucking cancer that grows inside of you. Cut it out. Throw it in the trash, okay? You don't need those fucking toxic people. Self-protection. One of the main filters that I use personally to figure out if people are worth it or if people are not worth it are discussions versus like fucking arguments. The ways of communication between, a conversation. Discussions are always better than arguments. 100%. Because an argument is to find out pretty much who is right, and a discussion is to find out what is right. If you're fucking butting heads and be like, my way's better, this is how it should be, no, this is how it should be, that's an argument. That's not a good thing. Every now and then it's cool, and if it's a serious fucking argument, you need to reevaluate your status in friendship. Arguments are going to happen. Duh. With different biases on both sides. But discussions are what, separate the fucking human beings from the fucking animals, really. Because I have difference of opinion with a lot of people. I'm right side of the aisle. I'm Republican. I'm a white male. I'm fucking Jewish. I'm a straight man. But does that mean I'm not going to fucking talk to black people or Christians or Muslims or women or do I judge fucking gay people? Absolutely not. I could have difference of opinions from all those people. But I'll discuss it You understand what I'm saying? I will discuss the difference in opinion. I will discuss this versus that. I will discuss anything. I'm not going to argue and be like, no, bitch, you deserve penis. You don't deserve vaginas because vaginas don't make babies and we're all trying to make, see what I mean? You got those far Christians. What are they called? Oh my God. The ones that hold up, they show up to like veteran funerals, something Baptist church or Southern Baptist church. And they're just like, they pretty much are the Antichrist to my podcast. So race, religion, gender, sexual preference, they base all of their decisions off of those 4 things. The complete opposite of what I want my delinquents to do. So, discussions are always better than arguments, okay? I went off on a tangent. Again, an argument is to find out who is right. A discussion is to find out what is right. And it's okay for them to believe that they are right, and it's okay for you to believe that you are right, as long as you can meet in the middle and be like, you guys are entitled to your own opinion, and that is fucking okay. So when it comes to self-protection, it's okay to have your opinion, and just don't compromise too much of yourself. But don't argue your point to the point of, you are right. Discuss it with other people. You understand? Arguments are just toxic. But, whether you have a good heart, whether you're a good person or not, everybody has got a dark side. Everyone hits that fuck it line. It's like builds up, builds up, builds up. Not boiling over, not the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, the fucking line that gets crossed and you're like, fuck this, fuck you, fuck that guy, fuck that girl. I hate you, fuck you. I'm out of this funeral. You don't want to get that point. If you get to that point, that breaking point where it's just like, I'm on my dark side now. Whoever got you to that dark side, whoever got you to that point, that boiling over point, the straw that broke the camel's back, the fuck it line. I call it the fuck it line. Yeah, that person needs to be gone because you probably gave them warnings to be like, you need to calm down. I need a minute. I need a minute to just like decompress. Just give me a second. And they don't leave. They don't leave the conversation. They just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And the next thing you know, you black out and that person's dead. This probably happens more than I would like to admit because you just hit that fuck it line and then everything it's not premeditation anymore. It's crimes of passion where you just fuck something up or fuck someone up. So whoever gets you to the fuck it line and takes you past the fuck it line without respecting your boundaries and respecting the fact that you need to fucking chill the fuck out, those people need to go. But Sarge, what if I can't just cut them out of my life? What if they're like an important person in my life? What if they're like my brother or my sister or my mom or my dad? Okay. Understood. What if they're my best friend? Also understood. You just need to separate yourself from the situation. If you live with your best friend and your best friend got you to that point, the fuck it line, you need to move. If your mom and dad got you to the fuck it line and you are over 18 and you believe that you are in the right, you need to move. If somebody that is in close proximity to you constantly gets you to the fuck it line, you need to get out of there. Otherwise, you will say, fuck it, and they're going to end up hurt. Or you will end up hurt. And that's not good. Emotionally, psychologically, mentally, or physically. Or even like the complete morons. Like, whenever I tell somebody where I live, for instance, and they're like, oh my God, that's so far. I'm like, calm down, bitch. I'm not fucking inviting you over. If you start a conversation, if that is even in the first discussion that you have with the person, just be like, no. I mean, there are toxic people and then there are dumb people. And hanging around with stupid people doesn't make you look smarter. It actually makes you dumber over time. I know this. I used to be a genius. No. You also have to self-protect yourself from the fake, okay? There's a lot of people out there that'd be like, they're solid, I'm solid, man. I'm fucking solid. I'm good. But you need to realize that fucking ice is solid too until you put some heat on it. All right? Who's going to have your back? This is where it comes to like the criminal aspect of shit. Are they gonna snitch once they put some heat on them? Are they gonna turncoat and turn you over? That shit happened to me in high school. Believe it or not, I was in the clear. I did something a long time ago. Nothing. I didn't murder anybody. I just broke into my fucking school, stole some computers back in 97. Yeah, it was like 22 years ago. So, I mean, I've learned from my mistakes, but I got snitched the fuck out. I wasn't caught, okay? I was in detention for a completely different reason, all right, with the person that I did this act with back in the day, right? They called him out of detention, all right, at the beginning of detention. And then I continued in the detention for the next 2.5 hours. I don't know if it was like tardiness or I skipped school in high school or something. I don't remember why we were both in detention for the same thing. I think we both like ditched or something and we both got caught. So we had like a 2.5 hour suspension. So going into the suspension, not suspension, the what is it called? When, detention. Yeah, Jesus. Been out of school that long. So we were in a 2.5 hour detention after school. All right. So right when the detention started, this guy that I, did bad stuff with back in the day when I was a sophomore in high school, he gets called out right in the beginning of the detention. I serve the whole fucking thing, walk home, and boom, I get freaking cuffed. And I was like, what? And I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, okay, he got called out early. They talked to him for at least an hour and a half. And then, boom, here I am. Yeah. Snitch. I know how it is. Fuck that. Whatever. It's cool. You gotta be careful. Yeah, you gotta make sure when they say they're solid, they're actually fucking solid. When it comes to taking care of yourself, in the end, people will judge you fucking anyway. So don't live your life impressing other people. That's stupid. You gotta live your life impressing yourself. Do what you need to do for yourself. Don't do shit for other people all the time because you want to look good or you want to fit in. Do things that make you happy. If something makes you uncomfortable but impresses others, you're doing it the wrong way. We need people in our lives that aren't selfish for themselves, right? That don't want us to exist in their plane of universe for their benefit. Like, we want them to be there for us when we need it. Like, we need to be selfish sometimes too. It's a give and take. Sometimes when I say, like, I'm okay, what I really want someone to do is I want them to look me in the fucking eyes, hug me tight and say, I know you are not. Like those people that just know that you are not okay, even though you say you are. Those are the people we need to keep. Those are the people that we need to keep close. The ones that look after us when we're at our fucking lows. Delinquents. I love you. And you love me. Listen to me. Free yourself from dysfunctional people, okay? Free yourself from dysfunctional people who are experts at meeting their own needs at the expense of yours, okay? Do not let people stay in your life who trample on your feelings or people who just fucking behave badly in general. Set clear boundaries so that you do not get caught up in their maze of fucking madness. Or feel responsible for their life choices or consequences. Live your own fucking story. Do not try to edit somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Les Brown for that quote. Self-protection nowadays is more emotional, psychological, and mental, okay? I wish it was as simple as cutting out the toxic people from your life like it was back in the day. With just fucking fists and hate. It'd be so much easier. Like, if dueling ever fucking came back, if that was ever a thing, we need to bring dueling back. Because if dueling ever came back, a whole bunch of fucking people would be a lot less fucking offended. And they would keep their fucking mouth to themselves. Now they're just, like, itching for, like, a fucking... to get under people's skin and make them unfucking comfortable because it makes them feel better about them fucking selves. If they did that shit back in the fucking 1850s or whenever dueling was legal, I fucking challenge you to a fucking pistol duel, bitch. Yeah, they'll be talking a lot less shit when you pistol whip the fuck out of them. Yeah, I wish it was that easy nowadays. Now it's like, oh, you hurt my feelings. Oh, you need to do this better. Oh, I'm gonna tell my teacher. Oh, I'm gonna sue you. Fuck you, you pansy fuck. Cut those people out. Cut them out. Just cut them out. Moving forward. And now, a word from our sponsor. Ballwash.com. Better men's products for a less boring life. Get clean, but stay dirty. We're making your bathroom less boring. Men's personal care products for those who work hard and play harder. No bullshit ingredients. Unique formulations. Bold. Never boring. Finally, personal care products as awesome as you. You could be selfish and selfless at the same time with Give a Sack Charity Ball Wash Soap. Support testicular cancer awareness. We're making a $3 donation to support testicular cancer research and awareness for every Give a Sack edition ball wash sold. New scent, same great formula. Lather your nuts, butt, and body in an invigorating activated charcoal body wash featuring 10 essential oils and plant extracts that moisturizes, cleanses, and leaves you smelling fantastic. It's made in fucking America. It's cruelty-free to animals. And for all you hipster fucking plaid-wearing man-bun bitches out there, it's vegan. So, you're welcome. Just go to ballwash.com, fill up your cart, and when you check out, if you're feeling a little bit more Hebrew than normal, type in the code DAGRAYAREA, DAGRAYAREA, all one word, for 15% off. Also, my delinquents, I am doing a giveaway. Again, for fucking ball wash. They won't stop sending me stuff, and I gotta get rid of it. So, this is what we gotta do, okay? All you gotta do is be the first to comment on my Facebook post for this podcast, okay? Go under this podcast, and in the comments, type in hashtag #LiveBallsOut. I will get your info, and you will get the body wash, the fucking nut rub, and the sack spray. So, get on that. And then, I guarantee you, your girl will be getting on you. Or your guy. I don't give a fuck. Because they mix black pepper and vanilla and leather and fucking grapefruit. And it smells amazing. Moving forward. Let's talk about ignorance. And the ignorant. Like fucking dear drivers, stay out of the zoom lane if you're not going to zoom. If you're going to be in the left lane, unless you're in England, if you're going to be in the right lane, if you're going to be in the fast lane, the zoom lane, you need to zoom. I don't want you in your fucking 1988 Corolla or Chevy Cavalier that you have a for sale sign for fucking $3,000, right? It's not worth that much. And you're in the fucking fast lane, and we're just sitting there like, get the fuck out of the way! But you won't get out of the way. You're in the zoom lane. I want to be in the zoom lane, but now I have to go into one of the slower lanes and pass you. You ignorant fuck. Know who you are. Pay attention. We are all ignorant, or have our own ignorance in some way or another throughout our lives. Sometimes it's a learning experience. Sometimes it just makes you feel fucking stupid, like showing up to the wrong movie theater. Be like, oh, I got tickets for this movie. Oh my God, I can't wait. And then you go to the wrong movie theater, and then it's too late to go to the other movie theater. It's just ignorance. And it's sad. But you look back on it, and it's fucking funny as shit. There are those moments, and then there are ones like, I didn't notice that. I wasn't paying attention. It went right past me, and then I hit a grandma on a walker. Those are probably a little bit worse, because you're ignorant to your surroundings, or something like that. But I am actually extremely grateful that some things didn't work out the way that I once wanted them to. And that is good. Like, unanswered prayers, right? Once upon a time, I wanted this, I wanted that, I wanted that. I was too ignorant to the fact that the future may not didn't want that. May not did not want that. May not didn't want that. May not didn't have that. May not didn't have that. That the future did not want that for me. There we go. Let's go with that. Wow. Am I going to edit that out? No. Because that's life. That's it. That's just how it works. I live with my mistakes, and you could laugh at them. It's completely fine, delinquents. I am not a perfect human being. No matter what I look like, okay, as perfect as I seem, physically, in my physical stature of excellence, I have my moments. So, you're welcome for letting you know that Sarge is a human being, and he makes mistakes, and he goes off on tangents, like this one, right now. Sometimes it's actually better to be ignorant to your own stature, to your own physicalities, psychologicalness, the fucking mental state. You have to know and hopefully be ignorant to the fact this would help you in the future, that someone will always be prettier, someone will always be smarter, someone will always be younger, but they will never be you. So if you're ignorant to the fact of all those physicalities, that's good. But if you know that you are an individual and you are your own being, that you cannot be matched, that's a good thing. There are a lot of girls out there, guys, that, they're like, oh, I can't date that fat guy. That's horrible. He's a fat guy. Or I don't want to date the fat girl or the chunky girl because, ew, that's gross. They are ignorant to the fact that dating a fat guy is like opening a bag of chips in church. Everyone is going to look at you. Everyone is going to judge you. And everyone is going to just look at you funny. But deep down, they want some chips too. They're ignorant to the fact that that fat guy's your bag of chips. You guys are now knowing that those people out there, go get your bag of chips. Bag of chips need love too, okay? So go get your chips. Another example of ignorance, for example, are those of you that don't want Alexa listening to your fucking conversations. For those of you that don't want Alexa listening to your conversations, they're actually making a male version of Alexa, and it doesn't listen to fucking anything. So you that was a joke. But yeah, if you guys don't think that Alexa is listening to you, or Google or Siri or whoever the fuck, you literally put a wiretap in your home. So you got to live with the consequences of that. Is it illegal? Yeah, but then there's the whole Patriot Act, but whatever. I don't know. I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent, but don't be ignorant to the fact that you literally have a wiretap in your home that could be hacked into, and you could be listened to it at any point. Okay? So deal with the repercussions of that. Good luck. There's also ignorance from the aspect of dating or relationships where you just are so fucking stupid that your significant other might be with you because you are the most ignorant piece of shit on the planet. It's funny how we all sleep differently. I sleep on my side, my roommate sleeps on her back, my ex sleeps with everybody, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? You guys don't even realize what's happening. You've been with so and so for so long, and then all of a sudden you don't even notice that, she's 7 months pregnant. Hopefully you're not that fucking ignorant, but you get the gist of it. You understand what I'm saying? I am pretty sure that every time a pretty chick curves a dude, her forehead grows. It's just you could do it, but, you have to deal with the repercussions. So every time she fucking ghosts you, every time she ghosts a guy, or leaves him fucking waiting, or fucking stranded, her forehead just recedes back just a little bit. That's pretty much where I'm pretty sure they store the souls of the men that they have devoured. So if you see a girl with a big old forehead, not a forehead, but like a 5 head, LeBron James, that, she's dangerous because she does not give a fuck about you or her. She might be a lesbian. That shit happens. Moving forward. Dreams, aspirations. If my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it. Muhammad Ali said that once. You gotta want it. You gotta strive for it. You gotta push. And you yourself can make things possible. I finally figured out what I wanted to be when I get older. And I want to be younger. And unfortunately, that is a dream that will never be accomplished. Ask my knees. There are many, goals, dreams, aspirations that, people have to be patient for. For instance, shout out to all the married folks out there waiting for their fucking spouses to pass out on the couch so they could watch what they really want to. You're sitting there watching fucking Days of Our Lives. You're looking over there. Is she falling asleep? Is she falling asleep? She falls asleep. Boom. Sports Center. Sometimes it's the little things. Some goals, some dreams are easier to achieve than others. That would be one of them. That's just what happens sometimes when you're in a relationship. When you're single, nobody wants to really fuck with you. When you announce you're involved with someone, you get like 8 DMs, 20 text messages, 4 FaceTimes, 13 tweets, 2 missed phone calls from Oprah, a friend request from your real daddy, and a write-up from your supervisor. I don't know how the shit works. I don't know if it's the same for women as it is for men, but like, you're single, and it's like, no. But then you like, get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you put a ring on it, you're fucking everyone in the world, you could wear a shirt that says taken, and all of a sudden everyone's just looking at you like, hey. I don't know if it's because there's no commitment there or if there's no strings attached or shit like that, but I'm going off on a tangent. Maybe I'll visit that later on. But when you are already committed, then I guess people just look at you like, well, you DTF, I'm DTF. I don't even need your number or your name. That's just how fucking shit works. And it's dangerous. I'm to the point in my life where my life is redundant and it's just fucking work and waking up and family. And I just wake up in the morning and I'm just like, come here, you beautiful cup of coffee, and lie to me about how much we're going to get done today. You know, I said I was going to do this podcast yesterday, but I was just like, I'm still sad. And it was Father's Day. And I grilled on Father's Day and I made a homemade pizza. Like, I wanted the food to be good, but I wanted to treat my family on Father's Day. As weird as that sounds, but I got some pretty good gifts, you know. I got a dad bod shirt in the Run DMC theme, which is bullshit, because I don't have a fucking dad bod, okay? So happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers out there. You know, I got some mugs, you know, that are pretty nice. Like, I'm drinking out of a mug right now, and the mug says, it's not a mug, it's actually like a mason jar. And they used one of those Cricut printer things where you could print on glass or something, like the stickers that go on glass. And it says, thanks for putting up with a spoiled, ungrateful, messy, bratty child like my sister. Love, the boys. And I also got one, you know, from my only daughter about the boys. But yes, I mean, Father's Day was good. I enjoyed cooking for them. It's just, I'm a people pleaser. I'm a family pleaser. I don't want to just sit on the couch in my robe and my loafers with my balls hanging out watching Sports Center, you know, I don't know. I'm going super tangent. Sorry, tangent. Bye. Sorry, my bad. Moving forward. Now it's time for What in the actual fuck? Topic of the week. There are bombings on oil tankers in the Gulf of Oman, which is Iran. And that has threatened 20% of the world's oil supply and brought the U.S. and Iran to the brink of war that could define the Middle East. These oil tankers were mined. Like, I mean, not mined like I'm going in there mining for coal. I mean like explosives, like mines in the ground, mines in the ocean, giant explosions that fucking put holes in steel and iron, okay? After the tankers were mined on Thursday, the 13th of June, I think, crude oil prices jumped by 3 to 5%. Experts say no one is insulated from the crisis in the Persian Gulf, which could raise like fucking the global markets of crude oil in addition to starting a bitter fucking war. Okay? So Iran is intentionally bombing oil tankers headed for the United States and its allies, such as Japan. They are mining them, blowing them up intentionally. And that is raising gas prices. Crude oil is one of the main components of making gasoline. Now, they're raising gas prices by 3 to 5% globally. Okay, that is a huge thing. What in the actual fuck, Iran? Seriously? You think you're going to go out there and hide some shit under the fucking ocean so when a fucking tanker goes over it, it fucking explodes, and then you're going to fucking deny it? You're going to deny that you didn't do it, but we have you on fucking camera removing an unexploded mine from the path of a tanker in the Gulf of Oman. And you'd be like, oh, it wasn't us. That's your waterway. I don't know where those came from. What in the actual fuck, Iran? I could go back to fucking 1988 where we single-handedly destroyed your whole fucking Navy with one ship. Your Navy ships, your biggest one barely fits in my fucking bathtub. And you're going to come at us and try to bomb tankers of fucking innocent people? We're not even talking about warships, because you don't have the fucking balls to do that. But you're going to influence the globe when it comes to gasoline because you think you're the head fucking shit. I'm not talking about your fucking your army on land, which is fucking significant. We don't need that. Your Navy is doing this shit under your order. So fuck you. We could turn your whole fucking country into a goddamn parking lot. And you're fucking bombing innocent tankers. What in the actual fuck, Iran? We'll see how this progresses, if it progresses to war or not. You're going to have people coming out of the fucking woodwork. Now we're going to war with Iran. Oh, it's all the big conglomerate, blah, blah, blah. They're bombing tankers. They're influencing the global market of oil. Yes, we are going to go after Iran. It's not a war thing. It's not a war machine. This is on video. Okay? They're attacking innocent tankers. So, as the world's police, we're going to fucking go out there and we're going to whoop Iran's ass. And we will destroy their navy just like we did in 1988. Their whole fucking navy. And then, if they fucking wish it, we will turn their fucking country into a goddamn parking lot. Oh, we're sorry you're not getting nuclear capabilities because Obama wanted to give it to you. I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent, but we'll see how it progresses, and I will visit this in the future. And that was my... What in the actual fuck topic of the week. On to my random thoughts. Random thoughts. Shorts. It is summer now, and I'd like to talk about shorts. I don't know what asshole came up with the idea of cargo shorts not being a thing anymore. Fuck you, alright? Whoever was like, you know what? We need to take off these side pockets of these cargo shorts and we need to just, focus on the main side pockets toward the hips and the back pockets. No. Dickwads. I don't give it. This is not a fashion statement, alright? I need those side saddlebags, those fucking man purses, those merces, whatever, attached to my thigh. It's free there, okay? It's not binding towards my hip or towards my waistline. I need the fucking cargo pockets. So for you guys or girls or whatever fashionista fuckface decided that cargo shorts should no longer be a thing or they should be frowned upon, fuck you, okay? I hope karma trips you into traffic. I love cargo shorts, and I will not stop wearing them, because I have no place to put my phone or my wallet, because if you put it in your back pocket, it's easily pickpocketable, which is, but if it's in the cargo side of your thigh that has buttons, it's in there, it's loose, it's not binding, it doesn't restrict circulation, and you're good, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hipsters of all ages, millennials, I am going to wear my cargo shorts. I will wear them to picnics. I will wear them to concerts. I will wear them to get the mail. I will wear them anywhere, all day, every day. I will wear them in January in Chicago just to prove a fucking point. Okay? The socks and sandals thing, I agree with. The making cargo shorts a bad thing, fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. And then you're going to go and be like, oh, I'm going to put on these cargo shorts and I'm just going to, not put on cargo shorts anymore. I don't know where the transference of power was from cargo shorts. I understand cargo pants. Cargo pants are kind of weird because why, really? But I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. But the transference of power from cargo shorts, like baggy cargo shorts with good storage, to these neon fluorescent blue, pink, green shorts that go above the knee. I hate it. This is all part of that whole fashion changeover to like joggers and skinny jeans. I used to wear fucking Jenkos. Those big motherfuckers where you can put like a 40-ounce beer in each pocket. Those badass motherfuckers. The skaters with the chain hanging down, the baggy pants. We liked, we had big dicks once upon a time. We still do. So we still need to wear the baggy stuff. I'm not wearing that fucking nut-hugging skinny jeans, no cargo pockets, bright pink above the knee with a fucking button up. Okay? I'm not doing it. I can't. I'm not going to do it. I'm not that guy. So that was one of my random thoughts. Another one of my random thoughts is just as important as fucking Iran, as Abraham Lincoln, as my fucking family. Okay? Even the cargo shorts. Just as important. All right? I just read this thing. Okay? That a Sesame Street character, Muppet, named Millie or some shit. Okay? Will become the first Muppet or Sesame Street character to experience homelessness. Okay? This is recent. This is recent news. Late 2018, early 2019. Does anybody not realize that Oscar the fucking Grouch has been living in a garbage can for fucking 49 years? How is he not homeless? He's grouchy. Oscar, you're such a grouch. Bitch, I live in a fucking garbage can. How more homeless do you need to be than Oscar the fucking Grouch? But now this fucking Millie Muppet, whatever, she's like, oh, I'm homeless. Care for me. Love me. Sympathize with me. Oscar the Grouch is probably across the fucking street plotting this bitch's death. Be like, oh, you're homeless? Love me. Sympathize. Empathize. Get a job, Millie, okay? Oscar chooses his life. He chooses to be homeless. He chooses it, okay? 49 years he's been there. You're gonna come out of nowhere and steal his fucking thunder. Fuck you, Millie Muppet, or whatever your name is. You know what? I gotta check the name out. I'm gonna check the name out of this Muppet, and I'm going to verify. So, by the power of editing and, podcasting, I'm gonna be gone half of a fucking second, but I'm probably gonna be gone, at least a couple of minutes trying to figure out what this Muppet's name is. Stand by. And I'm back. Her name is Lily, and she is introduced as the first homeless Sesame Street character. The Muppets' expanded storyline is part of a new Sesame Street workshop initiative to help lessen the stigma and create empathy for children experiencing homelessness. Lily, a 7-year-old Sesame Street Muppet, debuted in 2011 to portray food insecurity. She and her family have since lost their home, the story goes, and are now crashing with friends. The character's return on Wednesday is part of a new children's homelessness initiative from the makers of Sesame Street, which seeks to help mitigate the impact of trauma and stigma resulting from homelessness. Oscar the fucking Grouch has been doing it for 49 years. And, okay, I'm going to calm down. But that is my random thoughts of the week. Okay, moving forward. It is now time for the Dirty Dad Joke of the Week. Oh my god. Excuse me. Yes, Kim, how can I help you? I was just talking to Kanye and North and Ye, and I was just curious if maybe just maybe one time, maybe just one. What do you want, Kim? Kim, what the fuck? I hate the Kardashians. Why do you keep coming on my podcast to interfere with the people? Why? I just wanted to come and try to make peace, and maybe I was wondering if perhaps, oh my god, your shoes are amazing. Focus, Kim. You could do this. I was just curious if maybe I could do a joke for you this week. Maybe, perhaps. All right, Kim. This will be interesting. Go ahead and tell me your joke. The people want to hear your joke. Okay. Why do all Valley girls hang out in odd numbers? I don't know, Kim. Why? Because they can't even. Oh, well, you know what, Kim? That's really not that bad. That's not too bad. Good, well done. Thank you. Bye. You don't get to say that. I say that. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Dad joke. What do you get when you cross a centipede with a parrot. What do you get when you cross a centipede with a parrot? A walkie-talkie. Aw, that's cute. And finally, 3 tampons are sitting at a bus stop. What do they say to each other? 3 tampons sitting at a bus stop. What do they say to each other? Nothing. They're stuck-up cunts. Oh, man. This is never going to get old. I fucking love it. That's it. I retire. I'm just kidding. Delinquents. All right. That's it for the podcast, though. I ran a little bit longer. I'm at like an hour. But that's okay. I mean, hopefully it just flew by. But I need your help, okay? Delinquents, my little delinquent army. Because you love me. And I love you. And you miss me when I'm gone and I miss you. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to share my podcast with your people. I need you to be like, listen to this. I like it. Only if you like it. If you hate it and you're still listening to it, then welcome, I guess, or whatever. But share it to your people. Share it to your page. Copy and paste. I don't care what you do. Just try to get me out there. Just be like, hey, listen to this podcast. It's totally freaking worth it. Or if you have friends in your car, just play it as you're driving around. And then maybe they'll like it. I know I curse. Don't listen to it with kids in the car. I curse a little bit. But, cursing adds character. I'm going off on a tangent. I don't know. Okay, all right. So whatever platform you listen to this on, can you go to that platform, whether it's on, my page or whether it's on Podbean or iTunes, and can you give me like a 5-star review? Because I would totally appreciate that. And if you could go to like possibly the Gray Area Facebook page at the Gray Area and just, recommend it. Be like, oh, I love you, 5 stars. That'd be great. If you could help me out, awesome. If you can't, fuck you guys, man. Seriously. I go through all this shit for you, all right? I'm sacrificing my soul and my time to make you happy, to make you feel better about yourself, and you don't give me anything back, and it hurts my feelings. No, it's okay, guys. It's free fucking country. Do whatever you want, but I would appreciate the love in return. So, that's all I got for you this week. I will talk to you guys next week, all right? Love ya. Bye.